We're stuck. The truck just broke down. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel.
So, we have finally made it to one of our destinations that we have had on the list since the new year pretty much. And we are in Amboseli.
And we're pretty excited because a lot of you guys actually told us to come here.
Yeah.
We're finally here. It's hard to see because of the clouds, but right behind us, that's Mount Kilimanjaro. It's pretty cool. Overlay of Mount Kilimanjaro right now. Pretty cool, right?
So, because it's actually currently Easter weekend right now, so
it is.
Everything was booked, and that's being last minute. Anyways, we finally found a spot, and we're at Tawi Lodge. So
it's very nice.
It is very nice.
First impression was very good.
Yeah. I'm starving though, so we're gonna eat some food first.
Yeah, normally we do room tour first, but not today because
and then we're gonna do the room tour.
We gotta eat.
You need a happy Tracy. So right in front of the lounge area, which I actually didn't realize they had this, but they have a watering hole. And there's already elephants there. And like these elephants probably have the longest tusks that I've ever seen.
Is it delicious? Just finished our first meal here. It's great. So you know this place is going to be great because our room is already great. The food is great. What else can you ask for?
And now I'm happy, Tracy, so I can give you a room tour.
Yeah. And we saw elephants.
Yeah, and giraffes.
So
At the watering hole.
Pretty good day so far. So yeah, we're going to finally go show you guys our room because it's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
It's a pretty nice place.
I'll show you my favorite feature.
Let's check it out. Oh, and I'm not sure if you guys can see them, but they also have 4 resident camels. How cool is that?
Welcome to our cottage. So, actually on this veranda, we've already seen elephants, we've seen giraffes, but let's go see the inside and then we'll show you how nice it is out here. So as you can see, our entranceway is actually screened, kind of like the tent side. So, first of all, don't forget to zip it up because there's a lot of monkeys. Second of all, at night, it'll be nice because if it's warm in here, you can get the breeze to come through. So if you look over here, we have a main seating area, and we actually have a fireplace, although I really don't think we're gonna need it. So we originally, since we were last minute, we thought we were just gonna get the twin one, so 2 separate beds, but I guess all they have to do is push it together and you have a double. But one thing that we noticed that we really like, this is your chest. So you can put your snacks in it and stuff because of the monkeys, but because we always travel with some gear, it's nice because they have a lock and you take the key with you. So that was a really nice safety feature. You have a desk right here. Another one, come on, they're winning us over. They have a power bar here. So we normally bring our own, again, to recharge everything, but we actually didn't need to this time. And this is my favorite spot. Look how big this bathtub is. And when you're having your nice bath, you can look straight out the window. If the clouds are clear, sky's clear, then you'll be able to see Mount Kilimanjaro from here. So the rest of the bathroom, you have a double sink and you have some more drinking water there. I'll talk about drinking water in a second. You have your toilet in here. We never did check in here. Oh, there's robes. Didn't know that. And umbrellas. So your little closet. And then this is the shower. It's really nice and spacious. Rainfall. It's really nice. But this is really why it's nice. The last few places we've had outdoor showers, I was kind of missing it, to be honest. We can create our own.
This is what our little cottage looks from the outside. It's orange. I like orange.
We're number 11.
Yeah, if you ever want to stay where we stayed, number 11. Send me a photo.
It is hot right now.
It is very hot. So now, first of all, we're going to go back to the main lodge. Fun fact, you can actually pay $15 US and drink your own wine for supper instead of buying a bottle that's going to be much more expensive. So that's a very nice way to save a little bit of money, and we always have wine in our luggages because you guys know us, we like wine.
And it's just easier to, like, it's cheaper. Like, glasses and bottles of wine can get really expensive at places.
Yeah, 100%.
So this way we get a wine that we know we like.
Yeah.
And yeah.
For probably like half the price.
Yeah.
Maybe 1/3 of the
We've come across
price.
like a couple places that don't even allow you to bring like anything in.
Yeah.
Which is very strange.
But this place does allow you to bring your own wine, so we are gonna take advantage of this, save a few dollars. So now we're gonna go put that in their fridge so it's cold for tonight. And after dropping the wine, we are going for our first game drive ever here in Amboseli, Kenya. And apparently we're having one of the best guide you can get here in the country. So very excited about that. Apparently he drives a very, very nice 1994 Land Rover. Can't wait to see that. You guys know how much I like Land Rovers. Apparently it's blue. And it's a Discovery one.
So,
can't wait to see that.
On who this is, guys?
This guy apparently is amazing. You'll see. So this right here, my friend, is gonna be our safari ride for today. Super excited. Very different than what we are driven in normally. So let's go meet our guide. Howdy, ma'am. Are you ready for a great safari? Come on in. Yeah, so it's just me. So basically you can actually get, you know, a guide and a safari vehicle and everything, but they were actually all booked because this camp is booked out while we're here. So they have their own car, but we can also self-drive. And you know what? We're saving quite a bit of money by doing that because they charge 5,000 Kenyan shilling per person per game drive.
Yeah.
So.
And the park right now, because of the new restriction that just came in place, so the park has to be closed by 5 now instead of 6. So it's only 2 hours. They said it's easy to self-drive in.
Yeah.
So.
You know what? We've been in
Let's try
Kenya
not to
for a
get
while.
lost.
I think I can do this.
Fun fact, if we were in the safari truck, we'd be in that one.
So those to my rights are actually common zebras, not to be mistaken with the gravy zebras, which have the Mickey ears. See, I'm a great guide. I know stuff.
So we don't see the giraffes laying down that often. If we do, normally it's just like the babies, but there's 2 giraffes laying down right now and I don't know why.
It's the first time that we see giraffe with like that kind of pattern. It almost looks like a cat pattern.
It's very different compared to, I think the ones we normally see are the reticulated ones that look like a net.
I know I look like a guide, but I'm not really a guide.
You're supposed to be one.
Yeah, they're really pretty. It's easy to tell that it's currently Easter weekend because there is a lot of people at the entrance of the Amboseli National Park. This is a little ridiculous, guys. Like, I understand that it's like Easter weekend, but like Tracy has been in line for over 30 minutes now. And apparently she's just waiting for a ticket. Can't wait to get the full story because this is nuts.
Guys, it's rant time. It happened. No, it's just, okay, so Amboseli is run by KWS, totally fine, but so is the Nairobi National Park. And we've always just literally like driven right through, there's been no issue. I just waited for 45 minutes in line to get our tickets to get into Amboseli National Park. Their system is extremely ineffective, and I don't know if there was a glitch or something happening today, but they need a different line for like tour companies because we're just 2 and then the other people are like 15 with all their documents out. Anyways, rant over. It's a good time. Bye!
And after all that wait, about 75 meters in, somebody stops us to like check if we paid. Like, that guy probably saw me come through the main gate. Anyway, we have 45 minutes left before this park closes, yes, so we'll try to do the best of it.
Good news is the tickets supposedly are good for 24 hours continuous.
Yeah, so tomorrow we should be able to just come in, thankfully.
Fingers crossed.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Same. That's something we have yet to experience because we've been traveling kind of in like the low season and when COVID was happening. Well, it's still happening, but different. You have 1 giraffe and like 6 safari vehicles around.
And they're blocking the road, like we can't go around them. So like we have to watch that one giraffe. I thought we would have had to go to like Lake Nakuru to see flamingos, but apparently not. And that was like, I don't know for you, but that was the first time for me seeing flamingos like not in a zoo.
Yeah, same.
Cool. I bet they were eating pink stuff.
Sure.
Did you know that flamingos are pink because they're eating a certain type of shrimp that just, because they eat so much of them, like their pigmentation changes. Because when they're born, they're actually not pink.
They're white.
Fun fact.
So I was looking like where Mount Kilimanjaro is.
We're actually talking about it, saying like, oh, we can almost see it because the clouds are starting to go away.
And then I looked at the top of the cloud and I was like, that's not a cloud. That's snow.
Yeah.
So you can like see the base and then it's all clouds and you see like a little tip of snow at the top.
But right now, like it just blends perfectly with the clouds. Kind of the same color, same height, like, but yeah, it's very impressive though. There's a lot there's a lot of snow up there.
Yeah.
And I'm Canadian. I know what snow is. So because I'm today's official safari guide, well, fun fact, those birds are actually the emblem animal of Uganda. They're actually always living in a couple that should, just like Tracy and I, last a lifetime. How romantic.
So romantic.
So romantic. Just found a hyena. Pretty good catch for my, first day as a safari guide. I always find it so impressive when there's like a lot of elephants and they're all in a line following the matriarch, which is like their leader.
Yeah.
And they're just like a long line of elephants slowly walking away.
I know.
They're so pretty.
They're so majestic.
Yeah, they are.
Like elephants, I think, are my favorite.
Yeah. They're probably like over 30 right there.
Yeah.
Just following
and
each
the
other.
babies.
Yeah, the babies are cute.
And just like that, as we turned around, because we saw there was like 8 cars coming just to see the elephants, we are spoiled in the sense of we've lucked out on really good safaris with not a lot of people yet.
So after seeing a good number of different animals, including about like 50 elephants at the end, it's time for us to leave. We're actually late. The park closes at 5 now. It's almost 15 after 5, so we're gonna slowly, head out of the park and then head back to our camp. Thank you, Safari Guide Dave. You're welcome. See you in the morning. See you in the morning. So we just came back to our room after a very nice game drive. We forget about all the time that we've wasted because, trying to enter the park and get our ticket, but oh well. We're back. We're gonna go for a sundowner very soon, probably at the main lodge, but first, let's take a shower. Fresh out of the shower? Not a bad looking couple, I'd say.
And we actually have time to enjoy having a nice outfit on because it's our pace this time.
Yeah, exactly. Plus it's not like 37 degrees like the camp we were last time, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty hot.
So let's go see what's happening here for sundowner. I really like all the vegetations like around the path. Like it's very nice.
It is very nice. So I would say, to be honest, the cottages are probably a little closer than what you used to, but you don't feel it because there's like trees in between everyone.
Yeah, like the level of privacy like is very good. Visually, probably not like sound wise.
Yeah.
But still very good. So the main lodge actually has an upstairs where there is very comfy couches.
It's really, really nice up here.
And it's like you get an amazing view of Kilimanjaro. Still a little bit of clouds right now.
Yeah, and sunset if you look that way, but we're a little bit late because it's cloudy.
I think we found our spot.
I think so too.
Time for supper.
time for my favorite dessert.
So we just came back from supper, which was really good.
It was super good. I had the vegetarian option, and normally I don't go for that. But
So
the flavor.
yeah, so far like the first two meals that have had here, we've
Yeah.
tried both the vegetarian option and the
And the
normal
meat,
option,
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of shared.
Yeah.
And so far, like literally every dish has been great. And before supper, we went around the fire, which was very nice. We didn't
Talked to
film
some
because
people?
other
Yeah.
people were there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's a
I
good
like
night.
it.
Yeah.
It's a very nice night here.
And I'll say it again. I think I said it earlier, but I do really like, because we self-drove, like we kind of have our own timeline.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it's nice to have like your schedule of safaris and stuff, but like there was no rush tonight, because tomorrow if we get up in time, we do. If we don't, well then doesn't matter.
We just do us.
Yeah.
So right now we're gonna wind down, go to bed, relax, and then tomorrow morning we're gonna go back to Amboseli.
Yes.
And hopefully have more time. We're gonna have a packed breakfast. We're gonna be ready to go.
I was like, we shall not be late on
No,
this.
we're gonna do tomorrow a full-on
Yes.
real Kenyan game drive.
Yeah.
Ready for that?
I'm ready.
But we gotta go get some rest first.
I just went to go pee. And I know it's irrational, but I have an irrational fear of snakes being in the toilet. And I looked and there was something there. There's a big old frog. Needless to say, I didn't go pee.
Now Tracy wants me to take the frog out, but it's literally like in the toilet. Like I don't really know what to do. So I'm not sure if the frog like actually lives inside the toilet because it kind of disappeared. We came back to show you guys and it disappeared. But then I flushed and it came back from the inside of the toilet. So I don't know if like it lives there. But Tracy doesn't really want it to live there. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Let's go try to get it out. Come on in.
Not too close.
So first, I just noticed that it doesn't live inside, it lives like into the lid or something. So like, just check, I'm gonna flush it and it's gonna come out. You guys ready? See? And it comes back. Okay, little man. Come in there. I want you into the glass, please. Thank you. Oh, hello, sir. His name is Jerry. I think we should keep it, Tracy. Do you want a pet frog?
No.
Look, it's pretty cute.
That was in my toilet.
Yeah. It's Jerry. He wanted to be your friend. Good morning, Raz and Shan. It is a new day. How did you sleep?
I actually slept really good.
Yeah, it was
Like,
very nice. The bed is very
was
comfy.
really nice too.
Yeah, the temperature was very nice. The bed was comfy, just like that thing in the middle made us like literally sleep separately. But overall,
It's okay.
very good.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna go for a game drive.
Gather our breakfast first.
Oh yeah, so very cool thing here. They actually can pack a breakfast for you to go on the road with. So even if you don't use their own game drive and you want to do yours in your own car, they'll pack you a breakfast. So we're gonna go see what that breakfast is.
They're very accommodating with self-drive.
Yeah, very nice. So we're gonna go see what that breakfast is, pack it up, and go to the park.
And as you can see, we have our breakfast packed. Time to hit the road.
For the first time, we just saw a hot air balloon just behind Tracy right now, and that seems to be so nice. I think we're gonna have to do that sometimes. So like sometime soon maybe. So maybe you should like just hit the notification bell.
So we just got back into Amboseli, and even at this time, like there's probably only 6 cars, but it still looked confusing and long. So I recommend when you come, just buy for your entire stay. We weren't sure what our plans were, so we only bought for like 24 hours, but it's fine because it's continuous. So we'll get a couple game drives in and have to rebuy in a day or so. We'll see.
Tracy and I started to film. We were ready to complain because basically we came into the park and not even like 500 meters in, there's probably like 12 cars blocking the entire road. And I'm like, please, like guys, you know, move aside so we can carry on, because in our head it was the same hyenas as we saw yesterday upon leaving.
Yeah.
But then as I was like passing everyone in the dirt, then I realized that it was 3 cheetahs, so now we are part of the problem. We are also stopped to look at them.
But I do have to say though, like having all the trucks around, it takes away
It
from
really does. Yeah, but I guess like, you know,
But I get it.
this is real life. What we've known, because we arrived in the middle of like the ban, so
Yeah.
you know, we've never experienced like 20 cars looking at the same animals, right?
No.
But they're pretty cool. I like that our day game drive starts with like 3 cheetahs. That's pretty lucky.
That is pretty good actually. We're just gonna sit here and watch them a little longer. And maybe make a cup of tea, because I can do that in my truck.
Time to come back to the front.
Ready to go.
She just needed a better view for the cheetahs.
Time to try and
Get out of here.
make our way out of this vehicle.
We're
situation.
surrounded by trucks. I don't see any exit, and there I have a truck like behind me. I can even back up. It's probably like a quarter of a meter.
They're playing.
Oh yeah. So as we were driving, we saw a massive sign that said Amboseli and other things, and then at the bottom I noticed that they had a logo for Park Canada, which is basically the equivalent of here in Kenya, KWS.
Yeah.
So apparently somehow Park Canada is supporting Amboseli National Park, which is pretty cool.
It is cool. It's a piece of home here.
Yeah.
So we found a good spot for breakfast, right in front of the elephants. So we're gonna sit here and eat our breakfast.
So for breakfast, they've got us a banana, an apple, some juice, a wrapped sausage, a yogurt, and...
We even have tea and coffee too, just FYI.
What is this? Oh, it's a breakfast sandwich.
Oh, that's nice.
That's very nice.
That's very different than most of them,
Yeah,
to be
it's
honest.
like eggs and bacon kind of thing.
I even have a tropical mint.
Very good sandwich. That was a nice little breakfast in the wild. And
That was really good.
now it's time to find some more animals.
Again, love having a guide, but like really enjoying that we can do this on
Yeah.
our own.
Yeah. As we were driving, we literally found the perfect site.
So there's like, I would say probably 2 herds because there's a little bit of noise going on.
Yeah.
But they're crossing the street, and the street is lined up perfectly with Mount Kilimanjaro and the elephant crossing.
It's just beautiful.
This is a like once in a lifetime sight, I feel it.
Yeah, and good thing it's really nice to look at because the road behind us is a dead end and I can't go forward. So
And the
we're stuck
elephants-
here.
The elephants have no plan of crossing. They're just in the road or the road.
Every
the
time
road.
every time I look at the road, there's one more elephant on it. So I guess we're gonna wait here. We made it. Actually, they made it. We just waited, but they were like at least like 30, 40.
I want to say 50.
Yeah.
That's the biggest herd of
And
elephants that we've seen.
it took what, almost 20 minutes for them to cross the road?
I enjoyed it.
It was a nice sight.
It really was.
Yeah. So as we were driving, we found at least like 2 different camps that are
Yeah.
like completely abandoned. They've been abandoned like for a while. There's like rust on the roof and that kind of stuff. But it's basically due to the flooding that Amboseli have seen within the last few years. So basically those camps were probably very popular and thriving.
Yeah.
And then they had to close because the piece of land that they're built on just became a big swamp.
They look like they're nice. Like they were nice too, because they're like big cottages
Yeah.
and everything. Like
It's a good location too, right by the lake as well.
yeah,
So yeah,
that kind of sucks.
yeah. Apparently, like Amboseli has been like receiving way more rain than in the past years, and that's what basically caused the flooding. And I'm not sure if it's because of like climate change or whatever.
I have no clue.
But you know, be a good person, recycle, and other stuff that help nature. You know. Guys, all those Land Cruiser people, they're gonna be happy now. Oh, they will be happy. We're stuck. The truck just broke down. I started it, put it in first, starting to go forward, then and then nothing. We're here, Amboseli National Park, beside those. Hopefully, we're right beside like old Tawi Lodge. Hopefully, they're gonna be able to help us out. I don't know what we're gonna do because like we're almost 5 hours from home, and it's Easter weekend. Yep. The adventure begins.
So we've talked to another lodge. We've talked to a mechanic. I think help is coming shortly.
We're not sure yet. We hope. On the positive side, we're not stuck on the side of the highway. We're like, you know, in a nice national park.
Oh, this could be a lot worse.
Oh yeah, it's a nice day too.
Yeah.
You know, it's the middle of the day. It's not the middle of the night. Gotta stay positive. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Okay, guys. So this one, yeah.
I don't know what to say. So, okay, before I start that, I'm a car guy, meaning I like cars. I know nothing about cars in general.
Yeah.
I normally drive little sports cars that go fast and look cool. I've never had a 4x4 car. I know that there's two different levers, kind of, you know, one to shift and one to go in like, you know, high-low 4-wheel drive.
But they're not always levers because my Jeep was buttoned.
Anyway, yeah, you know, but back in 1994 they were levers. So anyway, this mechanic guy from old Tawi came and it was like, okay, what happened? And I explained to him, I was like, you know, we're driving, and then when I went to go again, then just loud tuck,
yeah,
and then nothing happened. Like the engine is working, I can put into gear, no problem, but the truck is just not moving, not going forward or backward at all.
So anyways, he's like, get out. He's like, so he gets in the truck and he's like trying to like slowly rev it and everything like that. And we kind of put our phones, there's like right by one of the gear shifts, there's a little spot because we put our phones wallet there usually. So he was like moving that. I was like, I'll take it, that's fine. He plays around with it. Yeah. And I'm looking at the wheels and all of a sudden the wheels are moving.
And I'm like, how did you do that?
So apparently our 4-wheel drive got knocked into neutral, which we've never even had to touch that since we've got the truck because it moves fine. Yeah.
So he fixed the truck by just putting it back to gear.
And like the lurching sound we heard was literally the car like being half in shift.
Yeah.
So then when we went to go, it just completely knocked it out.
Yeah, the truck was in between the neutral for the transmission and the high for the 4-wheel drive. So it just did tick. So now we know the car was not broken. So take that, Land Cruiser people. It's just me. I feel stupid.
Yeah, we both do. Oh. But hey, now we don't have to figure out a way back home after 5 hours away.
Let's go see some more animals.
And continue.
And we are back from our drive after seeing a lot of animals, after having a little scare, big scare, little scare, medium scare?
Medium scare.
Medium scare. And another thing that you guys didn't see, we had a big mess because Tracy had like coffee and everything that goes with it, and we had some milk or cream that linked everywhere in the back of the Land Rover. Oh, well. It's a good day anyway.
We saw elephants.
Yeah, a lot of them, so that was pretty cool.
Oh, that's a break.
Something I want to point out is that because those cottage are kind of in cement, even though it's super warm right now outside, it's kind of nice and cool inside. Kind of like that.
Like it's, for once it's actually cooler inside the cottage than outside.
So now we're going to get ready to go for lunch, and after that we're probably going to show you guys the pool because it's very warm outside.
It is very warm.
That would feel very good. The appetizer comes in a shot form. I think it's some sort of tomato juice.
I think so.
Shot.
That shit's like really good and full of flavor.
It's very salty. It's not something that you can like shot.
No.
Now that we ate a delicious lunch, it's time to go cool down in the pool. Pool is
hot.
super nice,
Yeah.
and it's very hot.
And before we go back out, potentially, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Everyone always keep falling in love again. Maybe it will pass by. Someone save me for a pass out. I'm too lonely to be done.
It was a very nice and refreshing little moment at the pool.
That was needed to like
Yeah.
rejuvenate and like.
Yeah, feel better now. Recharge.
Yeah.
Ready to go again?
Yeah.
Let's go again?
Answer some comments before I go back on the road again.
Yeah. Let's
And
do
back to the
this.
park.
Oh yeah. We're just never stopping. Damn.
I know.
Damn. Let's go again. Let's go see what's out there. It's like, I think, you know, it almost rained but didn't, but it really cooled down. So I have high expectations
Me
that the
too.
animals are going to be out. I think it's going to be a very good game drive.
Like it was super hot around like 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then it just, like you said, just will start rain. And when
Yeah.
the rain comes, the wind picks up and like.
Now it's like a
It's
little windy but very
amazing
chill.
temperature.
So prime time for animal sightings.
Yeah.
Because where we stay is literally in a conservancy as well. There's like animals everywhere, like even elephants.
We basically have a small game drive before we even get to the park.
Yeah. I don't know why we're paying to go inside the national park. No, there's still much more there. So let's continue.
So we're just driving along and I saw like 1 to 2 trucks stopped. And then we like pulled over to see if the other trucks going by would stop, and they stopped. So we turned our car around and
And we're gonna go investigate.
here we go.
There's almost like 10 cars. Everyone seems to be kind of looking in the same direction, but me and Tracy, we ain't seeing nothing.
So I don't know what we were looking at.
Nobody seemed to know what they were looking at.
No, I think it was really far in the distance too, which is why we couldn't see. Everyone was pointing, but we didn't see anything. I don't know what it was.
Tracy dropped her sunglasses out of the truck. Hurry up, the leopards are coming. So we're done for today with our safari. We're actually leaving Amboseli, and just so you know, always keep your ticket because they're even looking at the time that you bought it because it's good for 24 hours and they double check it when you leave. So if you don't want to get caught and get in trouble, keep it and make sure that it's still valid even when you leave. Well guys, that truck is next level dirty. It's gonna need a good shower, but we have another 2 days actually here, so you know, no rush on the shower yet. So now we are gonna go get ready for supper, I guess. Tracy is up front. Come here. Hello.
Supper.
So,
What time is it anyway?
I don't know. Kind of lost. We'll see you guys for supper.
So as we sat for supper, 2 elephants showed up and the stars are out. Life is good.
So we just came back from another amazing supper, and I want to like send a special shout out to the chef because that dessert was unbelievable.
I
Like
don't know
10
what
out
that
of
was,
10.
but it was so good.
Some
It
sort
was
of
like
banana caramel something
crispy
something. It was
goodness.
delicious.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Not only that, but like, so I'm not vegetarian, but usually when we go to places, like the first day we usually try the vegetarian option. Their vegetarian options, I've gone vegetarian the entire time so far. Like,
Yeah.
it's so good. The flavor that's in it
It was
is amazing.
really good. Like
yeah.
tonight, her vegetarian option was just a little better than my normal
Yeah.
dish. It was really good.
Yeah,
So
it was
yeah,
very
they're
good.
nailing their vegetarian option.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna go to bed because tomorrow we gotta wake up at 4:30 in the morning. Why, you're asking?
Stay tuned.
Turn on that notification bell because next Wednesday's video is gonna be something amazing, guys.
I'm pretty excited.
Bucket list item. So we gotta go to bed. Catch you guys back up tomorrow morning, probably a little bit, and then
Morning
later
after
on.
finish,
Yeah. See ya.
Good morning. Well, we already had our morning.
Yeah, but it's 15 to 10, so it's still kind of morning.
Yeah.
As we said in the last video last night, we had something crazy this morning. If you follow us on Instagram, which you should, you already know what we did. If you don't, then you're gonna have to wait till next Wednesday. It's gonna be a pretty cool video because this
Get
morning,
up super early for it too.
yeah, this morning we checked something off our bucket list, and it was as great as I expected.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah. So now we're not sure if we're gonna nap or
We don't know what we're doing yet.
just relax a little before going on our last safari this afternoon before heading back home to Nairobi tomorrow morning. Wow. Excuse her.
Sorry.
So catch you guys back in, I don't know when, soon.
So since the hot air balloon, I didn't realize like you just get a lot of dust on you because it falls off the balloon. So I've been wanting to use this bathtub. It's a perfect chance to get nice and clean and enjoy our view and just relax before lunch. Forgot to add the bubble bath. There's nothing like a relaxing bath after a morning of safari. Well, one nap later.
Fully recharged. 10 out of 10 energy-wise.
I could split an energy drink. I didn't sleep that much.
I'm
I
good.
responded to comments and
Yeah.
dozed off for a little bit. But it's time for lunch and I'm hungry.
And then we're gonna go for a little drive.
Yeah.
Last one in Amboseli before going back, so.
Gotta make it a good one.
Oh yeah.
gonna
Has
be a
to.
good one.
Has to. I can't believe how the Kilimanjaro is like it's a shy mountain. Like we can only see it in the morning. Like this morning we got some really, really good views of the Kilimanjaro. In the afternoon, normally like a few
More
clouds.
so like sundown time, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like when you go for your night drive.
Yeah.
Kind of in that
But
time
like
period.
right now, nothing. Like I
No.
can barely see a mountain.
Like if I
period.
didn't know it was there, I would like
No,
it just
never.
looks like hills.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm hungry.
Me too. We get a little Easter basket. I love this. And to finish it off, we have some vanilla ice cream. So right after lunch, we saw some elephants come out to the watering hole. So we're gonna sit here and look at 3 elephants and a giraffe. So as we're sitting here, we just realized that we didn't show you guys around. So this is a place like in the evening, there's actually a fire here. So we come out here, there's a couple other couples that come out and just chat, have a drink before supper. But you can see the watering hole directly from here. So we were just watching the zebras and elephants. They're all gone now. But if you look over to my left, you actually have, it looks like it could be at like an outside bar maybe if you came with like a big group. It's really pretty at night because I have lanterns hanging from the trees and everything, but there's another small seating area over there. And then to my right, you have the pool, which we'll pass by. So behind me is kind of like your main lodge where you walk in and walk through, but what you can see is the dining area. So we have all of our meals there. And like, can you just appreciate the metal sculptures everywhere? They're everywhere. There's lizards, there's a big giraffe, like so many. So and attached to the main lodge is your bar area. So in the evening again, we get a drink, we come out to the campfire, and yeah. This is the path that it takes us to the rooms. My favorite looking path ever. If you notice, there's so much green and plants. It looks like I'm in some type of like lush spa area or something. Back to the metal sculpture things. The one behind me is my favorite. Look how massive that giraffe is. So they actually have 14 little cottages. They kind of range between family versus double versus just like your twin size one. And they do have a spa, but it is currently closed, which I'm assuming is due to COVID. Most spas are closed right now. And this one is ours.
And remember when I talked about the 4 resident camels? Well, all of them are there right now, just beside our little cottage. And it is time for our last safari here in Amboseli. Not ever, but just for this trip. Yeah, we really love Amboseli. Like, for me, it's like in the same category as like Damara for sure.
But like a nice, easy self-drive.
Yeah, and because we love
not that far
elephants.
away.
Yeah, and we love elephants so much that like for us it's like the best place because they're everywhere and they're the
my
most
favorite.
gorgeous elephants we've seen here in Kenya.
Yeah.
And another thing, the last like 3 or 4 camps that we've been to, they give us like those, you know, reusable bottle. So that's good.
So good.
Anyway, like plastic bottles are like banned in every national park and a lot of other places, so that's good too.
But not only that, like, I know your glass ones are usually recycled, but that's still a process and costly too, where
Yeah,
this,
exactly.
like, you're one and done.
No.
Like,
And like, you know, like Kenya is so much more advanced than the rest of the world in regards to banning plastic.
yes, that is so true,
So,
actually.
big up for that.
Yeah.
To the Beastmobile. So many people are calling it the Beast that I started to call it like that too.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
like
cool.
that. When we left, it was just us leaving, and like all the trucks we thought had left like a lot before us. Anyway, so we come in the gate and we're actually behind a safari truck from our lodge. So we're not being annoying, but we're gonna follow them for a little bit because they have a radio and
Yeah, we're just
We'll see.
thinking that it's our best bet to see as many cool stuff for
Yeah.
our last safari for this trip.
Yeah.
So they're, you know, probably like 200 meters in front of me because first, we don't want to be annoying. Second, there's a lot of dust that I don't want to breathe in. But yeah, hopefully.
And not only that, like it's not that we're losing business, like they're losing business or anything. Like they literally were full.
Yeah.
So it's not like
Yeah.
we took the cheap way out.
So we were told that hippos here are actually very rare, and we were super excited yesterday when we saw like one hippo, and we were seeing him about like 20% of his entirety because it was in the water. Well, I think we found all the hippos in Amboseli in this little swamp area there, because there's probably like almost a dozen. It's just really weird because it's a swamp, it's all green, but they're swimming. They look like they're swimming in grass.
We actually just came across a whole bunch of elephants. Like, by the time you look at the horizon and everything, there's probably like 70 of them.
And so many babies.
They're so beautiful. I enjoy it. So we were all kind of watching the lions. No, we were watching the elephants. Us and the truck from our camp, and he pulled along beside us. He's like, "Want to go see the lions?" I was like, "Sure, we'll go see lions."
Now
He's
this
like, "Follow
time
me."
we're invited.
Yeah.
So here at Amboseli, like when it rains, the ground gets flooded like very fast. It just rained in this area particularly, like I guess not too long ago, and like it's completely flooded like left and right. And it's really funny because right now it's raining in a little area to our left and a massive area to our right, but the rest is all nice and blue.
Let's hope it stays that way because we have a broken window.
Don't tell that, people. Like now all the Land Cruiser people are gonna be like, Land Rover, they're always broken. Just my windows one of my window can go up. It's not a big deal. It does sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. Like right now it doesn't.
Yeah.
But it's okay, I want it down anyway.
Sure. I think we would know where they're supposed to be. I see about 10 million safari trucks. Sounds about right. I think we always have our best luck when we're on our way out of parks.
Yeah.
We were on our way out and came across a hyena, and he was just chilling. But then we realized like he's eating, like, and we're trying to figure out what it is.
Yeah. I think it's like a baby like wildebeest. Either
then-
that or a Pumbaa.
Yeah.
Because it's dark.
And then another one came right out of the cauldron.
I mean, they definitely didn't kill it. Like,
No.
they found the carcass and they started to feed on it. Like,
Yeah.
hyenas, like, they can attack animals, but, like, normally they just feed on somebody else's meal.
Yeah. And the skull is fully visible, so it's hard to tell what
Yeah.
it actually is.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting.
Pretty cool.
So we're just heading out of the national park, the last safari.
Yeah. Slowly seeing the front gate disappearing in our mirrors.
Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna go back to the camp, have a good supper.
Yeah, we have
Get
one
queens.
last supper before leaving tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to leave tomorrow morning, not too late, because we don't want to be stuck in traffic for 10
and
hours.
it's probably gonna rain too.
Yeah,
so.
because you never know here in Kenya, traffic is bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, we're gonna catch you guys back up tomorrow morning for a final review of this great trip here in Amboseli.
Yeah. See you tomorrow morning.
So the rain is here. That means we gotta go back home to Nairobi.
It does.
But it was such a wonderful trip, and before we start a little review, we just realized that we didn't show you guys any kind of breakfast here because the first breakfast, like we went
Packed breakfast.
Yeah, packed breakfast. Then the other trip that you guys need to wait until Wednesday to see. So here's what the breakfast looked like. Very basic, you know, eggs and bacon and everything. Very good. So just like the other meals, everything was great. Tawi Lodge. It was a great stay.
I would definitely come back. I want to stay longer, to be honest.
Yeah,
But
it's a great place maybe to bring like our parents or something.
Yeah, yeah. Especially where we self-drove. Like, they were just super accommodating with that.
Yeah.
And Amboseli National Park was very easy to drive in. No issues there.
Yeah, to be honest, like I'm gonna say it, like Amboseli for me is as good as the Mara.
Yeah.
Like, especially since we really like elephants. Like there's so many
that's the
elephants
thing.
here.
Elephants are my favorite.
Yeah.
So it definitely holds a spot in my
Yeah,
heart.
but we also saw like cheetahs, lions. We saw hyenas feeding, which is pretty rare. We saw hippos. We saw like giraffes, everything. So that was really nice.
We
And
did see a
because
lot.
like the Tawi Lodge is actually on a separate conservancy, just neighboring the Amboseli National Park. There's actually a lot of animals like right here around the hotel. Normally, like between like our 10-minute ride between here and the park, we see
always
giraffes
saw-
and antelope and zebras, wildebeest, like a bunch of different things. And just last night, when you have supper or just before supper, normally there's like elephants. You can see giraffes at the distance.
Good pool. Great food. I'll say it again. I'm not vegetarian. I took vegetarian options the entire trip because it was so good.
Yeah.
Like, I actually think, in my opinion, the vegetarian were actually better than the meat options.
Yeah. If you're a vegetarian, this camp should be your number one on your list just because of the food.
it is
Like, to be
so
honest,
good.
like, you know, the regular option was also very good, but I have to say, like, we're not vegetarian, and I also really enjoy everything that Tracy picked the entire time we were here. So vegetarian option, very good for some reason.
And, like, the manager, I don't know if he's owner, I think he's manager. Peter's his name. He's very, very nice.
Yeah,
and like
very
so like
friendly.
every meal he'll come around, check in with you if you need anything. How's your day going? What's your plan for tomorrow morning? Is there something we can do? So like again, we self-drove, so he gave us a map how to get there to the park through a shortcut. He gave us a cooler to put our drinks in.
Yeah.
He's like, take whatever you want with you. Like, he basically made it our own safari vehicle.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
I had no issues at all.
Yeah.
And so when the clouds are clear, I just saw like the top of it right now because it's super rainy. Right from our room, you can actually see Mount Kilimanjaro.
Yeah.
Which is pretty great. We
And
didn't usually see it just because the
In the
times it
rain
was clear,
season,
we were
yeah.
in the park and you can see it phenomenally.
Because the
in
rain
park.
season too, like it's kind of cloudy all the time. Like Kilimanjaro is a shy mountain; it's always kind of covered. But normally every day we were able to pretty much see a full view straight from the room, which is like amazing. Like I'm looking at the camera right behind, like I can see like
the snow tip right
the
now.
snow top. So I mean that's pretty cool as well.
Yeah. So anyways, highly recommend this place.
Yeah.
And there's nothing bad. Price point was actually very good as well.
Yeah.
For what you get and like luxury. Like, so it's funny because online it says it's a 3-star. I would highly say it's a 4-star, but I understand there's certain criteria they have to meet. TripAdvisor, 243 reviews,
all 5 stars, which is very rare. So you know it's quality here. Overall, like we loved Amboseli. Like a lot of you guys told us to come here. Now we understand why.
Yeah.
It was such a great trip, such a nice park to drive in, so many animals to see. And I mean, like, it doesn't matter where you are inside the park, the Kilimanjaro is always somewhere in the background,
Yes,
which
that's
makes
true.
amazing photos.
Yes, it does.
And otherwise, yeah, Tawi Lodge, no complaints here.
No.
The service was great, very personalized. They did everything they could to make our trip real special. We were here for a total of 3 days, 4 nights,
Other way around.
4 days, 3 nights, which we never do, and no regrets here. Like I would
Not at all.
I would have stayed another day. Like it was really nice.
Yeah, it was.
So now it's time to, follow the rain to Nairobi, about 4.5 hours ish, and yeah.
Our truck is gonna need a bath.
Yeah, the truck is real dirty because of yesterday.
And we gotta go back out that road too.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. In rainy season, it is quite muddy in here. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. That's normal. But I'm glad we have a 4x4. I don't think it's required, but
highly suggested.
I would say highly suggested.
Okay, we're done rambling, guys.
Okay, bye.
Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and see you guys
In the next one.
The
I'm across
price.
like a couple places that don't even allow you to bring like anything in.
Yeah.
Which is very strange. Like,
This place does.
what?
But
It's like, this flies
yeah,
does.
that made no sense. Those birds are actually the what is it? Emblem of Uganda.
Yeah.
The emblem animal. They're just like following the matriarch. That's okay. So let's go see what's happening here for Sundowner.
I just realized I walked the opposite way, but whatever. So I just finished like laughing so hard I'm literally crying. Okay, if you guys watched our Starbed video, you'll know that when we saw hippos, the song that pops into our head it's actually a Christmas song.
Yeah.
But it's like, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. So English is Dave's second language, which is totally fine. But he never struggles with language. And his brain can't comprehend this. You ready? You ready?
I want an hippopotamus for Christmas. Only an hippopotamus will do. I can say hippopotamus, no problem. But for somehow I have a brain fart and I can't say only an hippopotamus will. I don't know why. I can put only a hippopotamus. I can, but if I put it all together, it's an hippopotamus. Tracy thinks it's hilarious.
I'm literally dying right now. I'm crying. Oh, it doesn't happen very often that you can't do something.
Only an hippopotamus will do.
Anyways, that's our daily laugh for the day. I had to share it. Anyways, back to the elephants.